Let's talk about the state of the Arkansas Razorback athletic program. You want to start with basketball? Because that's where we're at right now.
Let's do it.
What in the world is wrong with Arkansas basketball?
I wish I had the answer because I could fix it all if I did. This team feels at this moment as if there's very little heart and soul in it.
They feel like they don't care.
It feels like a bunch of guys that are talented players showed up because they heard about Chicken Man's money and they're here to cash a bunch of checks. I want that to be wrong, but that's how it feels. From the beginning of the year, it's like there's been this disconnect between fans and the team. Nothing has felt like it seems like it should.
We went from the most hyped fan base when Cal was announced as the head coach to the start of the season just being a ghost town.
I've heard some people try to throw out there that they think that it's because fans don't like Cal. I don't believe that's what it is.
No, I don't
because
either.
they showed up for his press conference.
Right.
They showed up for the Purdue or the Kansas game. They showed up for that. I don't think that it's anybody dislikes Cal or hates Cal. I think everybody was on board with Cal.
I agree. I don't know why fans aren't showing up. I've heard lots of excuses, but you're a season ticket holder, and you've said you have noticed, even the games you've been to, compare and contrast to last year, that even under a bad year from us, it seems like there still was more energy and more fans and more investment than there is right now.
Bud Walton Arena just does not feel like Bud Walton Arena. Bud Walton Arena always felt like you knew that you had this home court advantage and that on any given day, just like last year, we took down Duke.
Yeah.
We won big games.
Usually when this place is packed and it's going crazy, it's a big advantage to Arkansas. But as quiet as it has been, it's becoming an advantage to the road team.
Advantage to the road team.
And we're seeing that in the games.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if this team has what it takes to make the tournament. You're on the verge of starting 0-3.
Yeah.
Your next three games, LSU, Missouri, and South Carolina, I believe.
Okay.
Those are three games that you cannot lose.
Can't lose them, no.
Those are some of the worst teams in the league.
We went from, the thing that frustrates me more than anything, we went from preseason, people saying, well, this is a team that could go to the Final Four, to now praying we might get to 7 conference wins so we make the tournament. How does that happen? Fan support completely gone. I was a fan of the Cal hire. I still am optimistic for it.
You start to wonder, did we hire a coach past his prime? He can still recruit, but his coaching style, I don't think, has adapted to what the style of basketball is today. The offense feels like it's kind of hand it to one guy and watch what they can do. I see a lot of standing around on offense. He has not adapted his style. So he can recruit, but I'm not sure if the coaching...
I am not even necessarily worried about his coaching style as much as is he in it? Like, he may feel, everyone says he looks so much more refreshed.
Yeah,
and
refreshed,
at peace,
rejuvenated.
But is that a good thing? Because is he as passionate about the game right now? Is he as passionate about this team in this state? There's lots of talk about him gone a lot and doing other things. And I know that's kind of probably always been his MO. And I know he cares. I know he cares about his players. I'm not questioning that. But I don't know. It feels like we thought we were getting the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and instead we get Barney. Yeah. That's what it feels like, I just don't know that the I'm ready to win this thing.
And it feels magnified coming off of the other programs that we have.
True.
It feels even worse because this was supposed to be our escape from something like football.
Right, yeah.
So it's just hard at this point to wrap my mind around why we're seeing this. Now, we know under Muss, we had some bad SEC starts.
We did. Absolutely. And I'm not saying we can't turn this around. We obviously have the talent to turn this around. Will we? I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either, because outside of a 10 to 15 minute span against Michigan, this team hasn't been that good all season.
They haven't. I've heard some people also complain about the in-game experience at Bud Walton and at Razorback Stadium for football. Football and basketball, the in-game experience is lacking right now. There needs to be a director of entertainment value. Like, we need a Matthew McConaughey. Can Bobby Bones do it? Like, somebody who can come in and breathe new life into the athletics entertainment side of it, because the band hardly plays at the basketball game.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we mentioned the last game that we were at, is how little you actually hear of the band playing. And I don't know, just some of the decisions. I saw people making fun of some of the music choices that they made during timeouts last night when they were trying to hype up the crowd, you know.
I have no problem using the DJ, but when the music's pumping and the banners say "get loud" and all this stuff on the screens is telling you to do stuff, it's not working for the fans. There's no connection.
There's no response at all. People just sit in their seats unmoved.
And I worry that the administration of the people over that are thinking, well, we're telling them to do things and we've got it so loud. Why aren't they responding? It's the fans' fault. But we're not responding to it, so maybe try something different.
Yeah, I think that blaming the fans is a bad place to go.
Very bad place.
If you're blaming the fans, there's some real problems there. Cal has a different personality than Muss has.
Yeah.
And I think the administration needs to recognize that he's not the same kind of guy, and that there's more responsibility that falls to the administration and to the people in the background to help promote things in a way that Muss did a lot of their jobs for them when he was here.
Absolutely.
And
that's a great way to put it. Muss was the hype guy.
He was driving the bus. It was the Muss bus.
Yeah, it was all the hype. He was all the hype you needed.
Yes. He was the ball of energy.
So there needs to be somebody like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the head coach. Somebody like Bobby Bones, just a public figure of some kind to get people excited to in the game and want to be there. Because as much as we don't want to hear it, when the fans are up, it gets the team going. Bud Walton should be a place that we never lose at.
And it's always kind of had that reputation. That's been...
It does not feel like it right now.
It doesn't.
Do you think it's a problem with Hunter?
I think he's lost a lot of popularity with people. I think a lot of people have lost trust in him.
What's the bigger problem with the Arkansas Athletic Department right now? Hunter Yurachek or NIL? And not necessarily we don't have the funds, but just the whole system.
I think he has terribly mismanaged the NIL era. I do not think he was equipped at the time that it started. I feel like we were way behind the 8 ball compared to other teams in the league to jump on this NIL train. I mean, I feel like there has to be some sort of changes to the NIL system and the transfer portal, but it's the era that we're in right now. Other teams have figured it out. We got to figure it out.
I hate that Ole Miss seems to just own us.
It's inexcusable.
It is. It's the most annoying thing right now. I get Texas being better than us, but it annoys me that Ole Miss is. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos from us. Craig, Aaron, what are you still doing? Go click the video.